Yeah, man. Damian Phillips every night live. Check.
Hey, tell us about your kind of songs. What's your objective?
Just to enlighten the people's mind, you know, and to remind them of where we've been and where we are and where we need to go. You know, there's somebody always has to be there with something positive. There's a lot of negativity on the radio right now, all around the world, and TV. So I wanted to be the positive, one of the positive things that people can watch and listen to. Try to get a job today, but when it's to the application, them say, if this is where you really reside, please step outside. She asked them why, and they replied, we don't want no trouble, no. We don't want no trouble, no day. Cause lady, where you come from, people die there every day. And for our safety, that's where you should stay.
Thank you very much for your time, Ethan.
Man, MC Chinaman this man. I tell the people, man, say, watch a program here, you know. Yeah, man, Damian Phillips every night live. Check.
Lifestyle, rated M for mature. Hosted by Damian Phillips. It's informative, provocative, and unconventional. Hosted by Damian Phillips. Lifestyle.
Now I don't come and make one like you. I wouldn't let it, baby, ever, even if I could. When I'm a butterfly, you make me wanna hug. And you can put it blunt. You got the goods, I got the tune. What's in this song is the proof. I wanna have you, baby. I want every part of you. The good, the bad, the old and the new. Tell me when I say, baby, what I do.
You're watching Lifestyle with Damian Phillips. Keep it locked.
Talk to you, baby. Can I talk to you, baby? Check this. As she stepped on off the train yesterday in the pouring rain, with her clothes all packed, her face messed up, I could tell she was feeling pain. I thought I had something sweet to tell her as I opened up my umbrella. She was so confused, scared and abused, tried to hide it with a smile. And just like the night that shined armor, I used my charm just to calm her, engage her in a good conversation, just trying to ease her frustration. As she told me her story, I told her, baby, don't worry, I'm the man that you're looking for. Baby, count your lucky stars, 'cause I'm taking you home with me tonight. You're gonna stay with me for life. I'm taking you home with me tonight, 'cause I'm a lover, baby, I'll fight. She said she didn't know where she was going. All she knows, she had to leave him fast, 'cause if she didn't leave, she didn't know how long she was gonna last. So many times he told her sorry, so many times he said he'd stop, but he goes on and on, her mind's made up. She said she ain't going back. And just like a knight in shining armor, I use my charm just to calm her, engage her in a good conversation, just try to ease her frustration. And she told me her story, I told her, baby, don't worry, I'm the man that you're looking for. Baby, got your lucky stars, 'cause I'm taking you home with me tonight. You're gonna stay with me for life. I'm taking you home with me tonight.
Good evening, ladies and my brethren, Prince.
I will fight you, baby.
What are you doing, RJ? Mr. Cover. DP, you just look like Damon that I know. Really? It's almost my birth month, can I tell you?
So I'm gonna get like 20 years younger, closer to my birthday.
Just trying to ease the frustration.
30 days to go.
She told me a story. I told her, baby, don't worry. I'm the man that you're looking for. I could be a shining star.
Guess I'm taking you home. Good evening, Anthony, locked in on Facebook.
You're gonna stay.
So we're talking about domestic violence tonight, you know. Amidst the coronavirus, another pandemic may arise. Coronavirus domestic abuse pandemic likely due to shutdown. August 30, 2020. This evening our topic is coming from the BBC News. So you know it's not enough fake news, right? But this is why some woman can't live some man. Can't come out of the abuse.
I love you, baby.
Hear this. Queen Africa.
Me and my lover just always a fight, but him know where for do for make me smile get bright. We war on him left and no come back till late in the hours with a bunch of the nicest flowers. Even though me vex, still me blood a boil. One look below the waist, I'm humble like a child. Can't help it, me couldn't hide the feeling. Plus him a thrill me with the more sweet talking.
Me only one.
Gonna knock you down, baby. Now me just want
I love you, baby.
Me and my lover just always a fight.
But she
know where for do for make me smile get bright. We war on him left and no come back till late in the hours with a bunch of the nicest
flowers.
Even though me vex still
blood a boil.
One look below the waist
and she humble like a
style. Can't help it, me couldn't hide the feeling. Plus him a thrill me with them.
Later on, take the log in.
You know me now gonna knock you down.
Thanks for joining.
Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put
on you
down, baby.
And by time is just another
baby. You know me now go box you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby.
The saddest thing about a quarrel,
baby.
Come Queen, next verse.
You know it is another baby. The saddest thing about a quarrel is when everything don't work out right. But if you got anything like me and for me babes, when
you're listening to DP.
I listen for days and I swear say me I go left if him not change it.
30 ways.
We love for one another, make everyone amazed. The children believe in everything he says. We only going through a phase, so come tell me sorry, soft in me
this
ears.
Is
you know me now gonna knock you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby.
I'm Shavanya and I'm locked into DP.
You know me now gonna knock you down, baby. Now me just want
hold you down,
baby. Him say go and go
put on you.
And before you know it is another baby.
I think this song here encourage domestic abuse. I think this song Queen Africa, me just appreciate it. Me feel that song here you sing here, this is why some woman talk about makeup sex, nice. All of these things. Anyways, if you're just logging in, let me say welcome to the show. My name is Damian Phillips, as you can see on Facebook, if that's where you're locked in from. For those of you on YouTube, remember it's Damian Lifestyle TV channel. That's where you can find me every night, Monday through to Thursday, from 9 o'clock Eastern Standard until sometime later than 10. But what we're looking at this evening, and the new people, let me say good evening and welcome to Lifestyle. This is a program I started in 2006 in Port Antonio, Jamaica, on their local cable channel, called Satcom, and I've been doing it ever since. So welcome to the show. Hope you stick and stay. Hope you become a part of the family. So family, good evening. Big up on yourself. I still see, what's his name? Prince having some issues with, you saying I'm not Eugene Bolt. RG Bolt, always being the first to log on. Our fingers them just quick, Bridget. Our fingers them just quick. Remember to like and share the video, whichever, wherever you're watching from, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, and copy the link, send it to a friend, invite them. Come on, man, let's start doing that. All right, so we're looking at domestic abuse amidst natural vibes. See there, amidst the coronavirus. And no matter how we try to go around it, that is where the world is right now. You cannot talk about it. It's almost impossible. I see one of my brethren just post before coming on Corona Media. You know, because the media have it every single where. No, I saw one which, I don't know, mistake. I always, if I think something is relevant to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. It was all about the numbers. I know many testing. Now it seems as if testing, and I'm not talking about Jamaica, somewhere else, ramping up. I hear the media personals now saying, don't worry about the number, forget about the numbers, worry about the reality of the thing. And I'm like, all right, make up your mind what you want us to talk about. But anyway, so BBC, I was listening to a radio station and heard them making mention of this, and I'm like, wow, this sounds like something that we talk about on Lifestyle. So this is right up our alley. I invited one guest, she not respond, and me never able lay my hand sudden on any professional, because that is something I'm trying to change. But until I'm blessed with some people where just rate me, have a friend and say call me anytime, I don't know. I just there and talk and read and whatever else we can do. So we're coming from the BBC. I took this from the BBC News. Coronavirus domestic abuse pandemic likely due to shutdown. Something I've nothing. I'm trying to do this feature thing. Something has nothing to do with the show, what we're talking about this evening. But guys, I want your feedback on this. If there are farmers, small farmers, who have declared that them prefer dash way them produce or use it to feed them ag than to sell it at a lower cost. So say them normally sell a pound of carrot for $200. Before them sell it for $100, them prefer dash it way or use it for ag. Do you think the government of whichever country should do a buy from these people, like one huge buy if you just go, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I want to hear your views. What else? No mention nothing else because I don't want to get political or some political. We don't really talk politics and lifestyle. We talk about people lifestyle and what's happening. Alright? So here goes with the story. And there's a photo here. And I see under it, Rachel Williams was shot by her estranged husband at a hair salon. The coronavirus outbreak will lead to a, quote, domestic abuse pandemic, end of quote, as vulnerable people spend all day with their abuser during the UK lockdown. Campaigners have warned. Strict government rules to stay home to stop COVID-19 spreading is, and they have in quotation, likely to cause a spike in domestic abuse cases. Both survivor and experts claim. Film star Michael Sheen is fronting a appeal for authorities to have a plan to deal with the dramatic rise. The Welsh government has promised help. Domestic abuse survivor Rachel Williams, who was shot by her estranged husband Darren as she worked in a hair salon, said vulnerable victims will, quotation, feel more isolated than ever. And they returned a message on behalf of the SUTDA fund. I don't know what that message there is about. But anyway, moving on. The 48-year-old, who is now a domestic abuse counselor and campaigner, said victims will have no breathing space as families are forced to spend all day at home together. Quote, the perpetrators and the victims would normally spend some part of the day in work or socializing, said the founder of the Stand Up to Domestic Abuse organization. Quote, that could give the victims breathing space and someone to talk to. Quote, the children are also not in school, which means they don't have a safety net and in some cases a decent meal. No, because I have some school that feed the kids, right? No, quote again, no, they're all sharing their surroundings 24/7 with no breathing space. It will be tougher than normal. Ah. Gwent Police Chief Constable Pam Kelly said she feared victims were, quote, victim were suffering in silence after seeing a drop in calls to the force. Reverend Jill Haley Harris, chair of Carmarthen Domestic Abuse Services, said she was worried abusers would be using the coronavirus lockdown to stop their partners having any freedom. Quote, another problem, if somebody is a victim of domestic abuse and they fall ill, we are concerned that the abuser might throw them out the house, and that's quite a worry, she said. Nazir Afsal, domestic abuse advisor in Welsh government, said abuse has already increased elsewhere in the world when countries have been in coronavirus lockdown, saying that pattern will continue in the UK. Quote, it is certain as night follows day that if there's a period where people are confined to the same space, then it creates an opportunity for the abuser to abuse, Mr. Afsal said. Quote, there has been a 20% rise of domestic abuse in Northern Ireland, 32% in Paris, and 40% in New South Wales, and they are significant increase, and there will be no doubt that there will be a rise in Wales. Quote, we have no official data yet, but anecdotally, our care workers are already reporting spike now. Welsh government, there's a tweet here, our 24/7 at Live Fear Free helpline will remain here to help all victims and survivors of domestic abuse and sexual violence and those close to them during these difficult times. And they have they have a phone number, a cell number, and a site. And the phone number is 0808 8010 cell number 0786007733, and site is gov.wales/life-fear-free. And some people may say, why about to read out that? This is the internet. I don't know who is watching or when it will read. Somebody may be watching living in that side. An estimated 1.6. Oh, by the way, I know people normally come late. I'm start late anyways. We are looking at domestic violence. They are predicting that domestic violence will increase because of the COVID-19 lockdown, and it's started in other places in the world already. And yeah, so I don't think America is left out, Canada or the Caribbean. So yeah, an estimated 1.6 million women and 786,000 men experience domestic abuse. So the numbers are close, and they make it, well, that's not really close, that's like half, right? 1.6 million and 786,000 men experience domestic abuse. Because the argument I always hear is because there's this disparity, the number of males that get abused is nowhere close to the women, but that is something else for another time. Domestic abuse in England and Wales in the year ended March 2019. Let me read all of that again without breaking it. An estimated 1.6 million women and 786,000 men experienced domestic abuse in England and Wales in the year ending March 2019. Experts say health worries and fears about income could add to the anxiety and increase in the risk of domestic abuse cases. Experts say health worries and fears about income could add to the anxiety and increase the risk of domestic abuse cases. And with the couples confined to their homes, Miss Williams from Monmouthshire said, quote, "We know there's a massive influx likely, and it will be a pandemic on a pandemic." So we already have the pandemic of the COVID-19, and this is going to be a domestic pandemic. Quote, "Housing authorities have to open up empty houses to accommodate women and children, and we have got to do the same with hotels and B&Bs." And I think that B&B stands for bed and breakfast. "And get a block booking so we're ready to house these, the most vulnerable members of our society." And there's another tweet here from Sophia Ho. "Domestic abuse, a big concern whilst we're in lockdown. If you are scared, people are here to help. Please call if it's not safe to talk. Here's advice on what to do. Silent 999 system, South Wales Police, southwales.police.uk/en-advice/silence." Wow. The Welsh government said its Live for Fear helpline, or Live for Fear helpline, will remain open 24/7 and reminded people if someone is in immediate danger, they should contact 999. And I think that's the equivalent to 911 or 119 for Jamaica, right? Quote, "We're working closely with all lead domestic abuse service providers and charities in Wales to ensure support is available for people at risk, survivors and their families, particularly at this time," said a spokesman. Wales' biggest police force and one of the UK's biggest said it had seen a worrying slight decline in domestic abuse call. Okay, all right, that's a worrying slight decline. I understand that. So Wales Police, this is a tweet. So Wales Police, stay home, save life at SW Police. Are you worried about being at home? This is a tweet from them, with your partner during COVID lockdown, #COVID lockdown. You aren't alone. We are here to help, and we will come to you. In an emergency, always dial 999. So I was correct. For silent help, dial 999 and then press 55. So that is like a code thing to say, okay, maybe you can't talk on the phone, so dial the 999 and then press 55. I'm like that. I wonder if there's anything like that anywhere else in the world. I heard of this story. Not sure how true it was, but this young girl, her mom was being abused by, I guess, her lover or whatever the case may be. Somebody in a house. More of his her lover. And, well, kind of hard for her abuse and lover, don't. One man in her house. And the girl called 911. And when they ask what is her emergency, she proceed to order a pizza. And the dispatcher kept on saying, "Hello, this is 911. And she said, "Yes, I know." And she kept on to order her pizza. She wanted a large with pepperoni and everything. And when he was asking her a question, she was relating in pizza ordering terms. You know, so if he's in the house and, you know, how many people and them kind of thing. So she was, me don't know where she learned that from, if I saw movie she see it in her, but thank goodness it wasn't a dumbhead dispatcher, you know, that could not pick up on it. Because, you know, you're doing your job. That's not like regular people just call and order pizza reporting. But what was smart about it, the abuser was in the house. So she couldn't take up the phone and say, "This man in the house and him just boxed down my mother. And him this and him that." She couldn't have done that. So she took up the phone, she called the number like his pizza she was ordering. And yeah, so the police, they ended up going for the man and took him out the house and all of that. And I'm like, that was a brilliant, that's like a very brilliant story. So yeah, so in this case in Wales now, they're saying you dial the emergency number, which is 999, and if you can't talk, just dial 55. and that's their code that they'll pick up to say, okay, you're in a position that you're unable to talk because the abuser may just be there, you know. So yeah, so like a very, 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 very smart idea to me. Okay, so continuing here, and if you're just joining, we're looking at a report here in the UK, the prediction of a pandemic in domestic abuse. So Wales Police Chief Constable Matt Jokes said, we're concerned that there might be an increase pressures in household, and I remind if your phone is silent on 999 and press 555, we'll pick that up as a cause for concern. Many communities have helped pick up shopping and prescriptions for the elderly and most vulnerable during the coronavirus restriction. Now, Ms. Williams wants communities to look out for those who could be experiencing domestic violence. And I have to pause and say big up to one of Manchester's MP, Member of Parliament, that is none other than Peter Bunting, because he started an initiative, I think sometime last week, where similar like I just read a while ago. They have people volunteering to assist, you know, in every way and possible. It's like a neighborhood assistant kind of thing, where people picking up medication if you have to go to the doctor or wherever, you know, and you want to volunteer a couple hours, you know, you can go. And I heard him giving an interview saying it's not just a willy-nilly anybody come up. You'll be vetted. So you have to give them your information and your car, and basically them check out for see if your license or whatever. Anybody can just call and say, oh, see my number here, call me when nobody ready. And you know, it's a community base. And I'm like, this is what I want to hear from our leaders, you know, putting in measures that can mitigate, you know, the circumstances that we're in. So again, I applaud you, and me feel nice because me actually tweet out to him and him like my tweets. That is Peter Bunting. Say yes, Peter Bunting actually like my tweets. Of course, when people do good and you big them up, they must feel good. So yeah, so they're saying here in Wales, people have helped to pick up shopping and prescriptions for elderly and most vulnerable during the coronavirus restriction. So what I said this the other day, and somebody said, boy, DP, and me to tell you, like, it seems as if coronavirus make people get nicer. I mean, I gotta say it, even like my job. I've been working here December coming, make what, 3 years? And some people start calling to me now and never ever say hi. So I'm like, hold on, are the virus make people like get nicer or what? I don't know. So keep it up. Keep it. Well, I now say the virus to keep up. Run and go on by your business. Turn it there for real. Yeah. Anybody see RJ? Not RJ. Gloria. Anybody see Gloria? So continuing. I can't comment no nothing for the Nazi Affel tweet says, since lockdown, domestic abuse up 32% in Paris, 40% in Australia, similar increase everywhere. If you're a victim, police will always attend your home. A place of safety will be found. Legal steps taken to protect you. The pandemic will not stop the epidemic of abuse. We all will. If you think your friends or neighbor is being abused, now might be the time they want help, she said. Quote, if you're doing their shopping as they're in isolation and you suspect they have been abused, pass them a discreet note if it's safe. Now we have to be more vigilant than ever of domestic violence. If you would like more help and support about this issue, please visit the BBC Action Line. Please visit the BBC Action Line. So, you know, there's our things, and this is why everybody have their calling and what they do, because, you know, I don't think the average person will just come up and think about this. You know, what about those people? What about those people, you know? But they have groups all over, and then most of the times, and I always say this, it's good when somebody experience something and then decide that I want to work in that field. I want to what's the word now? Volunteer in that field and give back. So like with this lady who was shot in a salon by her estranged husband. She knows. So when somebody who's been abused says something to her, she not feel if I'm but I wonder what them talk about. She knows exactly what this person is talking about. But so let's bring it home to Jamaica. You think people will, take up stuff like this and say, okay, me know say them always a fight. So let me look out for them because, right now the woman I get some lick. And I see don't ramp with Jamaicans, Although it's not Jamaicans alone. I see other people making fun of this whole COVID thing. I see one post, this lady say, boy, I can't wait for this virus thing done. So him can go back and play football and whatever because she have sex so much time a day. Quarantine, whatever. And then somebody commented and say, you're lucky saying that and my mouth me have to use every 2 hours. I'm like, these people, they're just crazy. But I see female really complaining to say, boy, no, sir. But you see, I always say it, I don't know me I gonna drop it in. You can't please woman. Because now there's no sport. And the man have all the time and the man want your attention and now you complain, say, no, let sports come back. So that's what we're discussing this evening, guys. You can call me. Let me put up my number on YouTube. For those of you, it's already up. For those of you on Facebook, if you want to call me, talk to me, if you want to WhatsApp or text to have a discussion, the number is 614-373-7350. 614-373-7350. 614-373-7350. And my brethren a call.
We quarrel and we fight, but we're gonna make it up tonight. I love you, baby. Hey. Me and my lover just always a fight, but him know where for do for make me smile get bright. We war on him left and not come back till late in the hours with a bunch of the nicest flowers. Even though me vex, still me blood a boil. One look below the waist, I'm humble like a child. Can't help it, me couldn't hide the feeling. Plus him a thrill me with the more sweet talking. You know me not gonna knock you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before you know it is another baby. You know me now go box you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before you know it is another baby. The saddest thing about a quarrel is when everything not work out right. But if you got anything like me and for me babes, even when me just done my listen for days and I swear so me I go left if him not change him tricky ways. We love for one another, make everyone amazed. The children believe in everything he says. We only going through a phase, so come tell me sorry soft in my ears. You know me not gonna knock you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before you know it is another baby. You know me not gonna knock you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue. And before you know it is another baby. A real man, so me now fi run in bed. No man can't come in on me bed. So even if you always see me argue about most of the things when enough man no want do, like fi help out with the kids, pay the bills on time. No nasty up me house when me just done shine. Me can't search your phone but you want search mine. A war when the whole of that combine. You know me now gonna knock you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before you know it is another baby. You know me now go box you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before you know it is another baby. Me and my lover just always a fight, but him know what fi do fi make my smile get bright. We war on him left and no come back till late in the hours with a bunch of the nicest flowers. Even though me vex, still me blood a boil. One look below the waist, I'm humble like a child. Can't help it, me couldn't hide the feeling. Plus him a chill me with the most sweet talking. You know me nah go knock you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before you know it is another baby. You know me now go box you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before you know it is another baby. You know me now go knock you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before you know it is another baby. You know me now go box. We quarrel and we fight, but we're gonna make it up tonight. I love you, baby. Hey. Me and my lover just always a fight, but him know where fi do fi make my smile get bright. We war on him left and no come back till late in the hours with a bunch of the nicest flowers. Even though me vex, still me blood a boil. One look below the waist, I'm humble like a child. Can't help it, me couldn't hide the feeling. Plus him a thrill me with the more sweet talking. You know me now go knock you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before you know it is another baby. You know me now go box you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before you know it is another baby. The saddest thing about a quarrel is when everything not work out right. But if you got anything like me and for me babes, when even when me just done malice him for days, and I swear some me I go left if him not change him tricky ways. We love for one another, make everyone amazed. The children believe in everything he says. We only going through a phase, so come tell me sorry soft in my ears. You know me now go knock you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before you know it is another baby. You know me now go knock you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue. And before you know it is another baby. A real man, so me now for run him bed. No man can't come in on me bed. So even if you always see me argue about most of the things when enough man no want do, like feel out with the kids, pay the bills on time. Then I stay up me house when me just don't shine. Me can't search your phone, but you want search mine. A war when the whole of that combine. You know me now go knock you.
And which man Queen Africa attack?
Just want hold you down.
So I like help with the kids and pay the bills on time. What's that about?
And before you know it,
it's another baby.
You know me now go box you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before you know it is another baby. Me and my lover just always a fight, but him know what fi do fi make my smile get bright. We war on him left and no come back till late in the hours with a bunch of the nicest flowers. Even though me vex, still me blood a boil. One look below the waist, I'm humble like a child. Can't help it, me couldn't hide the feeling. Plus him a chill me with him.
I wonder how she see below him waist though, to make she humble like a child. What could she have seen?
Him say go and go put on your baby. And before you know it is another baby. You know.
Prince, you know someone you call me for me test out my connection something them do. More you call me Prince to make sure that thing are work, you know. If you're not gone, you better tap what you show Prince call me.
Me now go knock you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby. And before
Adjo, you say you like the new look?
Baby, you know me now go box you down, baby. Now me just want hold you down, baby. Him say go and go put on your tongue, baby.
He's another baby. Your video is blocked because it may include music owned by someone else. Your video is blocked because I must go in Africa song that, you know. What time we have left? 13 minutes. Alright, so I'm gonna cut the video off. No. Say Kenroy like the video there, so I'm not bother cut it. That means people are seeing it. So we're looking at domestic abuse during this COVID-19 coronavirus season, pandemic, I should say, not season. And there's something else. I was sharing it with somebody today, because it's after, this is why, research is a good thing. And I always tell people, don't just take what me say, go and check it out for yourself, because when you learn something on your own, it tends to stay with you longer than when people just tell us on something, right? Me know, like, most nights I'm here for an hour, and maybe half hour doesn't really resonate with you. Maybe I just want something. That is how the brain works. And it may come back to you. You're not taking notes or writing anything, but you may just be in a conversation, and then your brain just say, oh, remember DP did say that. And it works like that. But I keep on hearing about the Spanish flu, which even that I was questioning, to say why they call it the Spanish flu when it was originated in America. Place of origin, and you can go go check it out for yourself. It was originated in America. So why they call it the Spanish flu? And like I said, I heard Spanish flu and I was thinking, all right, this was originated in Spain, or one of those Spanish speaking countries, which it wasn't. It was actually originated in America. But what I learned from it, which is, I think, is the biggest thing that overlooked, because even today when I said it to somebody, I'm like, yeah, I never look at it like that. So the swine flu was from 1918 to 1920. So people just do the rough math and say, that's 2 years. So this is what I pointed out to the brethren today. I said, no, it was 3 years. And some people may want to argue that, because I realize that is the new thing now. People argue about, yes, Ken, big up yourself. People argue about, they just want to argue. And let me share this first before I go segue and want to know me else I tell a story. So it was from January 1918 until December 1920. So that means all of 1918 was the flu from January to December. And after 1918 comes 1919, right? If I saw them teach with it, right? After 18 come 19. And all of 1919 from January to December. And then it ended in December of 1920. So that's 3 years. All of 1918, all of 1919, and all of 19. Can you imagine? And I guess this is why, which I can't fault nobody, but I think if you're not an expert, you can't say why my opinion is. But the president of the JTA is saying the government should, not say if whatever, no clause. The government should just end the school year now and resume in January of next year. That is what the JTA president is calling for. And I'm like, all right, over 100 and something years ago, we must can control this better than how they did back then. People still playing the blame game and saying, if the Great America had took it serious from day one, we wouldn't have been where we are right now. We would be far ahead and yada yada, all of these things. Blame game, no do nothing. Something else, and I keep warning you people, this vaccine thingy. I'm one of them, let me declare it. I'm one of them who is against vaccine. Against vaccine. So I see people calling for it, people begging for it, and I'm like, as far as we're concerned, there's not a vaccine yet. There's a medicine which I don't think is a vaccine out of Cuba, which you now got hear no media in America talk about that, because you don't know them have a thing against Cuba. So yeah, you now got don't look to hear about that. But vaccine, careful of this vaccine thing, careful. And I remember even in Jamaica, for a while the vaccine, the flu vaccine was available for free. And then I remember covering news for TVJ at Portland Parish Council. And the head of the health department state that listen, they're not giving the vaccine free anymore. And they don't have it in the public hospital either, or clinic. If you want a flu vaccine, you have to go to your private doctor and one thing. So them roll out some free vaccine and say, got me, it's experimenting thing. Nope. But go and do your own research. You don't have to take my word for it. Did China use any vaccine to get through the period? Call it from January to March. So December thing starting and the new year was in January. So January, February, March, so 3 months. It took them 3 months to get rid of it. Did they use any vaccine? So be careful of this vaccine argument. And like I say, from its start, and I listen to talk shows very regular, like every single day. And I hear people, and you know, when you say certain things their way, you know, you sound smart and elegant and and whatever, intelligent. I think what we need is a vaccine. Well, maybe we can start saying my goodbyes them from now because Damien Phillips not gonna take none. And I hear them issuing this threat to say we might see it surface every year. So now, based upon them theory, if this virus came from rat bat, transferred to human, whatever. If we get a hold of it and get rid of it, why would it need to resurface every year? That is the fear to say you need to get the vaccine, just like the flu. You need to get the vaccine so you are prevented. You know how much people me know get them flu shot and still catch flu idea? And by the way, me hear upon one news thing say that we're totally out of the flu season now. So, yeah. We're totally out of the flu season. So Prince gone in bed. Prince now call me. Alright, so I'm not gonna get to test me. I won't get to test my something. So yes, back to story, I tell you no. So yesterday when I post on Facebook and WhatsApp that the government has ordered a curfew from April 1 through to April 8th. Nightly 8 o'clock to 6 in the morning. Somebody sent me a message and asked me so what that mean for him because he leaves work at midnight. Now, me realize, say apart from the people that will just go up on my page because they want to argue with me. And them realize that my skin thin. So, you know, them say something. I remember even when I was on Styles FM and this lady, she called in from like anytime I just go and play a tune and I play my revival, then people think say, you know, something wrong with me. Then them like when people either call and say something because I can't tell you. When I was on the radio, people call in and I answer the phone nice and pleasant. Hello, good evening, Styles FM, welcome to Todd. And I'm saying I chat too much. Yeah, me get them something there. You know, unlike Facebook, which you still have some people that hide back at some ghost account. But when somebody call one phone and say, I send a text, because I used to send text to, block them number and send text, and I chat too much, and this and that, and whatever, and thing, and I'm like, people don't know, say, from my band, I hear some chat too much, and I've lived to make money from talking. Yeah, that me used to do. Even when I was hosting Lifestyle in Jamaica, yes, I had sponsors who used to pay me for chat. You know, I MC shows, I do sales at many places. DI Blee, Carib Cement used to formerly everything like me used to make money, chat and make money. Some of the business that people want to say. So I'm thinking when somebody send me a question, they needed my genuine opinion. So I responded to the person and I say, what I think you need to do, one out of two things need to happen. Business places should adhere if they're not essential services, emergency, all of that. They should adhere to the curfew hours. So if it's a business, so I was just giving a broad thing. I mean, know exactly where I work. I was just giving my broad thing to say, well, maybe what the person need to do is the owner of the business need to adjust the work hours so staff can go home. Him say, what about the people who left work and go midnight? So I say, well, what you need to do is try to get clearance from the police. So I would recommend that you have your boss communicate either by a phone call or send a letter or something to say, this is my staff, you know, this business, which I hear the Prime Minister has gazetted someplace. I heard a radio station reading out all of the people who are exempt from the curfew. I'm not able to mention them now. It doesn't really affect me. It's neither here nor there. So I'm saying to the person, I'll just give him my honest opinion, you know. That is way. So I'm responding and say, him hear from other people say, yes, him alright. As long as him a come from work. So I responded to him and I said, but Bridget, anybody can say them a come from work. So he responded and say, but them a go see somebody in them white shirt and black pants and gentleman shoes, and I'm like, but people are gonna do whatever they want to do. If me want to go check one girl and whatever, like, me know we dress up whatever way me think we get me through the curfew. All of that said and done, the brother come back to me and say, yo, all of this curfew thing are foolishness, because in the morning people should have, in the day them should have curfew people, and in the night, because most people, and that is the ignorant argument to me here. I did a long thing about it since evening, so I'm not going over all of that. I'm hearing this ignorant argument to say, in the day them should have curfew, not in the night. And people asking if it's nighttime alone. The virus. Somebody came on my live and told me that Cayman is under lockdown for how long now. And I like prisoner. And if you breach the order, whatever. But Jamaica just, anything you do, people are going to because them one. So I said to the brother, I said, Brethren, listen to me. Kind of know me, you know. Everybody watch my show, know me, no mince my words. I said, this is it. This is why we can't get help. Because your first thing wasn't to seek information, how to deal with the whole thing. In your head, your first thing is a foolishness. So you're not going to cooperate. So me, you know, again, you know, me still a bit genuine and I say, Brethren, suppose you did all a look one policeman, woman, or something like that. And the man see you. Him can just take you and carry gas station, you know, you go say me work at XYZ place. Him can just say, yo, a patrol, we a patrol. Carry gas station, go sit down. You left work after 12, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Sit down. And go and go bow in my patrol. You end up sleep on bench on a station. That no call for. You know, get one document saying you can show to any police. So if 10 police stop you for the night and soldier, you can show them to say, I'm exempt. I even hear the radio, a category of people, are the only one mega list now, is media personnels. But you need to present your ID. I heard this on the radio since evening. So media people, them America radio station, they are exempt, let me put it like that, from this 8 to 6 curfew. So them get stopped, police array, them show them ID, them gamble them business. Now, what wrong with that? So when I say me take off my glasses a while ago and read one comment, and I not have patience for something, so I just delete all this as my out of my phone, because I can't take people like that. I call these people hypocrites. A lot of them on my Facebook. So I get one message a while ago, 9:33. Good night, sir. Not in an argument, but I see why you and persons always have it out in conversation. It's how you reason at times, and persons must always like what you say. If they don't like what you say, then that's that. Duh! That is something I used to hear from a little bit of group. Like, why you gonna ask me for my opinion or me tell me opinion now? You gonna want, don't argue with me. This is why I want to talk show. I'm chat all I want. I don't know if these people not ever call people, listen, people don't. Do not. So I just block him out of my phone. Because I don't need them. I don't need them people. I don't need them energy there. Don't ask me nothing if you have your answer them already. Yeah, alright. Needed to get that off my chest. So, good evening, Althea. How you doing? So yeah. So what we're talking about this evening, we're talking about domestic abuse. So whatever emergency number is your number, wherever you live, like, call them to see if you can get help, because I always say this, I don't believe nobody at all should be suffering. And you heard the number I gave you in wherever the name of that place is. I don't want to call a name and tell lie. 1.6 million females were abused in the survey done finish up the ending of 2019. See here, an estimated 1.6 million women and 786,000 men experienced domestic abuse in England and Wales in the year ending March 2019. That is a lot of people. And the reason why I emphasize this is that most time when we hear about domestic abuse, we just hear about the men as the perpetrator. No, you have females who abuse too, and maybe them not beat and lick and kick, which they do, but they have other ways of abusing their partner. You know, I still can't figure out why somebody would want to be abusive to somebody that you're supposed to say you love. You sleep on the same bed, maybe even share pillow and all of that. There are some things that I never ever not find out yet. I don't know when I become a psychologist, like where Gloria encouraging me to become. Maybe I'll get my answers to these. But anyways, guys, I want to say thanks for joining me this evening. And me still notice that when the topic them kind of really solid and firm, I don't get a lot of opinions. So I just left me for chat. But yeah, it is what it is. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sticking and staying. Those of you who did. Those who just clicked the link just because out of curiosity, thanks for joining too. Until tomorrow evening, I am going to say, if you can be good, please be careful and don't abuse nobody, and don't make nobody abuse you. Alright? Don't abuse nobody. Don't make nobody abuse you. And remember, abuse is not only physical, it can be in other ways. Alright?
Every time we disagree, you start shout. Why every time I pack my things and walk out, I even find myself and think about we always have vex and fight, then love and make up. Yo, it's Lifestyle TV, and you know we're keeping it live. Bang it.